In this video, we take a look at the new RB10 Retro. So, hello, welcome to Pop Along RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing, and today we are looking at the evolution of the RB10. Now, I've been a massive fan of the RB10 over the years, and I've raced it up against some of the top YouTubers in the UK, and it performed really well on the track. I have sort of run this as an entry-level RC car, indoors and outdoors. I've got another one here which is a completely box stock version, but it's a great car for beginners. In terms of performance, I really got on with the RB10. The RB10 is based on the RC10 B5, I believe, but not exactly. So it has got its own sort of chassis. So it has this front cab as opposed to the more traditional rear cab. And it drives a bit like a vintage car because obviously it's got a rear motor, and just the handling and the characteristics of it very much give you that sort of retro feel. But it was lacking because it didn't have that retro aesthetic. So I am maybe a little too excited about the RB10 Retro because it solves the problem of the retro styling, and they've added an amazing blue chassis, so it's a lot more like the old school RC10s with the metal chassis. In terms of racing here on the channel, we obviously do a lot of different types of racing. Vintage is one of the classes that we race, but there are lots of cars turning up on the market which are re-releases and so different from the originals they're almost unrecognisable. So I think the RB10 Retro will fit in very nicely indeed, and actually for our events this year we are moving away from calling it vintage, and we are running retro events, so it is perfect. So here it is. Let's get inside the box. I am super excited about what we get in here. Wow. Now it is worth noting that the RB10 came as a ready to run, everything you need, whereas the RB10 Retro is actually in kit form. So in here you get everything you need to make the RC car, including your oils for your shocks. We've got some grease there, and it looks like a little bit of Loctite as well. In terms of the parts, we have got here a nice alley blue front plate, and we've also got the LiPo battery case that bolts in to the chassis. Then we have this beautiful retro shell. I'm really looking forward to getting that painted up in the Pop Along livery. Let's have another little look in here. We have got another bag here with gears, pinions, motor mounts. It is worth noting as well, you do need to get a motor, a servo, and obviously all your electrics to go with this car. A nice retro rear wing there. Put that over that side. But this is the main part that I'm interested in, and this is the chassis. Beautiful blue anodized chassis. That really is stunning. Really nice. Nice associated stamp in the middle there. Really nice. Oh man, I'm so excited. Seriously, this car, as soon as I saw it was announced, I have been chomping at the bit to get hold of one of these and get it on the channel, because I really enjoyed the RB10, and now I get to enjoy it even more because I get to play up against Mark's RC10 and some of the other retro cars that we run here on the channel. So we've got our shock mounts there, and we've got all the plastic parts. It's worth noting that the plastic on this has been upgraded since the RB10, so it's a slightly harder plastic. It is in grey as opposed to black. They look really nice, and it comes also with oil-filled shocks, which are very similar to the ones that come on the other car. They might even be the same, looking at them. So it has got a lot of similarities with the original, but also it is very different. Now I am curious as to how similar this chassis is to the original. So if we look at that like so, I do wonder if I was to just unscrew the front of this car, would it bolt in? It doesn't look like it. Let's have a little look. Potentially at the rear. Let's have a little look on the bottom. So the holes in the chassis are different to the holes that we've got on the original RB10. So I don't think it's as simple as taking the front and the rear off and bolting them straight on the car. So if you're interested in the RB10 retro build and my RB10 retro journey, please do like, subscribe and hit the old ding dong bell. I say, I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get this car up and running and compare it to its ancestor, the modern looking RB10.